What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates on Bitcoin. We're also going to be taking a look at Litecoin and Ethereum at the end of the video. We're going to take a look at the chart I showed you in the thumbnail. I also posted that on Twitter yesterday. If you don't follow me on Twitter, go ahead and do that at CryptoSavvy1. And we're going to get into it. Let's see what's going on with the charts. Let's see if this drop's going to continue or if we're going to get a relief bounce. What's going to happen? Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated. I do videos every single day. And let's get into it. Alright guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence before trading in or investing in any market. We usually go over the news first to get a feel for the sentiment, but on Saturdays there's not a whole lot of new news, so we are going to dip right into the Fear and Greed Index first, and we have raised 1 point from yesterday, still in the fear zone, and let's get into it. Same thing, monthly chart, guys. And the reason I go over these same ones is so you guys can get an idea of how this is working. So bear with me. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. But all we've had in the macro is lower highs. And if you look here where the candle ended, we just are getting higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. We've been talking about that forever. Also, we have this yellow dotted trend line that we were talking about. If we stayed above, we could be stay bullish, and we did drop down. We came down almost to the 8 EMA here, which is sitting around 98. And then the 13 EMA will be around 92.50. And as you guys know, I've been talking about 92 is kind of my target for now. We'll talk about it. Let's get into this a little more. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group also in the description. It's totally free, guys. Awesome community. There's some great people in there. They have a lot of fun in there. Check it out if you haven't already. All right, let's look at the weekly. So the weekly, we have been watching this. It is possible we come back up, get a bounce up to retest the top of this trend line on the weekly, but I do believe we are most likely going to be coming back down to this area to retest the bottom of this triangle here. A weekly close above this, then I turn bullish. But until then, I'm not bullish until we come down here and bounce off of this. And that's longer midterm bullish. Of course, in the shorter terms, you know, there's going to be bounces. We're going to be trading. If you are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. I'll leave a tutorial up top. By far the best exchange. The other ones trade against you, and you get a bunch of scam wicks. Prime XBT is by far the best. I've seen where some exchanges shut down and people lose a bunch of money because they get stuck in screwed up trades and the exchanges don't give them anything. I have personally seen that happen on Prime, but they paid the people back. They are, like I said, the most legit crypto exchange. You can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow, everything right on there with just using your Bitcoin as collateral. And if you use promo code SAVVY50, you'll get 50% on top of whatever you deposit. On every deposit up to 1 Bitcoin. You can use that towards your margin, and Savvy25 get you 25% off your fees. Check it out if you haven't already. Let's get into it. All right, now looking at the daily. So this is one way we'd have been looking at it, this as a rising broadening wedge with a break over here. And if we zoom in and look at the EMAs here, guys, they are ugly. The 8 EMA has crossed the 55 EMA. And again, this is on the daily. Next would be, we may get some sideways action. Like I said, we'll take a look at that in the chart I showed you on the thumbnail. But as of right now, the 200 EMA lies around the 96.50 to 97 area. And that also lines up with this pink trend line here. If we do break that, the next stop is going to be around the 79 area. And then, of course, we do have a CME gap all the way down here. Don't forget about that, guys. And it doesn't mean we drop straight down. This could take a long time if it fills. Like I said, it doesn't mean it has to fill. Let's take a look at the RSI. We had looked at this as a rising wedge, which we broke out of. And I had told you guys I was short from here. I'm in more shorts now. I've closed some, whatever. I do post that and let people know what's going on in my Discord. So check it out. Like I said, it'll keep you updated. But we have more room to fall here on the daily. Let's take a look at another view of the daily real quick. All right, so we'd been talking about this rising broadening wedge that we broke out of in March in this bottom trend line, the old support, which would become new resistance. Until we break above here, everything's still bearish in my opinion. Wherever, and this price moves, the more this line goes up, so keep an eye on that. Also, the dotted white trend lines we've been watching, been calling this for quite a while since the touch over here that this could be a rising broadening wedge. The measured move, if we do break down past that 97-ish area, of course we might get a bounce on this trend line here, which would be around the 8150. But I'd be looking for the 6400 range. Another thing to look at here is I have the Fibonacci retracements from the swing low to the swing high. The first area of support would have been the 10. Let me get this arrow out of here. Would have been the 10,464-ish, which is the 0.236 fib, which now has become resistance. The next fib level is the 0.386 at 90,186. That's why I'm looking for the 9,200 within the next week or so, most likely. And if that does not hold, then we're looking at the 0.5 fib at 81.53. Then the golden pocket area between 68.50 and 71.19, that is the golden pocket area. Would at least look for a bounce there. If that does not hold, then we could hit that target of 64.50. And the 0.786 lies around 56.81. And of course, if that doesn't hold, then we'd be looking at the 35.64. Another way to help support the channel, guys, is check. Well, first, let's look at the RSI here. We'll take a look at this RSI. Most likely, guys, we're going to come down and retest this trend line here before getting our bounce up, relief bounce up. But another way to help support the channel is inkyourimage.com. It is my wife's webpage. There is a link down below along with the other affiliate links. Check them out, guys. A lot of cool discounted stuff down there. Hard wallets. Oh, yeah, it's another thing. Ledger Nano, the giveaway is tomorrow. All you have to do to enter to win is smash that like button. Leave your comment down below. I stress smash the like button. Let's see if we get 500 likes. Look how many likes there are. If there isn't 500, hit the like button. But all you have to do is leave a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'll be picking a winner tomorrow by picking a random comment from a random video throughout the week. So, all right. That is my wife's webpage. Check it out. A lot of cool crypto stuff on there. And this is the other thing I've been looking at, guys. Let me clean this up a little bit so it's not so awful looking. So looking in the white trend lines here, rising wedge, we did break down out of. We've been talking about that for a long time, and then to come down and test the 10.5. 10.5 did not hold as support. It does look like we're headed down to that 91.80 to 92 range in the longer term. But yeah, if we take a measured move of that as a rising wedge, all you have to do is take it from right over here, the widest point, to where we broke down, and that shows us about a $5,900 Bitcoin. If you look at the RSI, it does look like we obviously, these trend lines been here forever, guys. I do not move them, and we got our bounce right off the bottom of this. Now, it doesn't mean that we, are going to shoot back up and make new high, because the RSI can run up while the price action just runs sideways, which is what I think is going to happen here. And I'll show you that in a chart here in a minute. Make sure you watch the video all the way through to understand what's going on. But if we do get our relief bounce, we will most likely come up and retest this wedge, and it could be anywhere from $10,100, $10,200, or I'm sorry, $11,100 to $11,200 area. So keep an eye on that. All right, now let's zoom into the 1 hour. And that was on the 4 hour that we were just looking at. This is the 1 hour. We were looking at this as a rising channel. The measured move where we broke that rising channel is around the 96.80 to 9700. That is the CME gap. Most likely going to come down to this area, guys, before getting a bounce. And like I said, we could come up and retest this area. It actually could be between 11,100 and 11,400, somewhere in there, depending on how the chart plays out. But yeah, as of right now, still looking pretty bad. Probably down to close that gap at least. But the CME is closed, so it really won't close the gap anyway. This is a long weekend. Let's take a look at this chart. These were our measured moves here. We did break our first target, 10,500. Our next target is the measured move of this triangle, and that gets us down to about the 8,700. We could definitely see this within the next couple weeks, but we may come up and retest this triangle here first. And if we're looking at it as the triangle, like I said, 11,100 to 11,400, all depends on where it hits up here. But then we do have another measured move of 74.42, and that's measuring just this move from the breakout all the way to the top of this triangle, which actually should probably be, I'm going to move that down, guys, because it should, no, I'm not. That's where it goes. Sorry. I woke up late this morning, but anyway, that gets us around the $7,400 range. Let's look at the RSI in the 1 hour. We're down here quite a ways, but like I said, we can come all the way up here. RSI can reset while just moving sideways and then another move down. Here is the chart that I showed. If you guys remember back here in February 2020, everybody was super bullish here, and we had this dive down, which we were calling also. If you look right here, let me zoom in. A lot of people use the RSI wrong, so I just want to show you something real quick. Like you can see, the RSI was way down here towards the oversold, and that was right here. And that was after this dip. And we moved just sideways, up slightly, came up here, and boom, look at that drop in the RSI over here. I do believe this is the area we're at here. So we may just get some chop up and down right here before breaking this 200 EMA at about 96.70. And a break of that, you know, the RSI could bring us all the way down here, and that could get us down to our $8,800 area, somewhere in there. I have showed you the target, so keep an eye on that, guys. Don't always think because RSI looks oversold that it's I hate when people use the oversold, because RSIs can reset. They can move, the price action can just move sideways while the RSI resets before a crash down. So just be aware of that, guys. Be careful who you watch. Like I said, I think a lot of this has to do with the DeFi Ponzi schemes that are everywhere. Be careful with that junk, guys. Trading Bitcoin can change your lives. Bitcoin alone, you don't need all the shit coins, altcoins. I am living proof. It's happened to me. I quit my job about 3 weeks ago, something like that, because of being blessed with Bitcoin. So, yeah, learn how to trade, man. Anyways, Litecoin, same thing. I don't change my charts every day like a lot of people, but we were looking at this as a rising wedge or rising channel, and that was our measured move of 38.82 we could be looking for. And if we go to Ethereum, and again, guys, like I said, I don't change my charts daily because I'm pretty confident in what I'm seeing. Right now, the RSI looks like it is bouncing off of this support line on the bottom. I could move these trend lines down to here, and we are sitting upon it right now. But we could come up, retest this area around the 376 range before coming down. Our next target right now is around 321, so we might see it come all the way down here, come back up, retest this old support, become new resistance before coming to our measured move of 230. I don't know where my trend line went, but how you get that, guys, is go from where you broke out, the widest part of the rising broadening wedge, bring it down, and actually I'm going to move that up a little bit. So we're looking around the $240 range. That's what I'm looking at with Ethereum, guys, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. Don't forget, smash the likes. Click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell. That will get you notified. I do videos every morning. If you don't get notified, look for them. You'll find them. YouTube doesn't always let you know they're out there. So don't forget to leave a comment for your Ledger Nano. That will be tomorrow. Take it easy, guys, and I'm out.